Mitsubishi Outlander PHEV vs Ford Escape Streetline PHEV Comparison Review. Mitsubishi's Outlander PHEV has proven popular with Australians, and now there's a new second-generation model. Ford, too, has joined the fight with its first local plug-in hybrid, the Escape PHEV. How do they compare? Jump ahead. The basics. In the cabin: comfort, space and convenience. Boot space. Powertrains and driving range. Fuel use. On the road. Ownership. Verdict. Full specs. The newly arrived second-gen Outlander PHEV, as part of the fourth-gen Outlander range, represents a solid upgrade over the original, bringing more powerful electric motors, increased battery capacity for extra EV-only range, a 7-seat option and a higher price. By increasing the motor outputs from 60/70ths of a kilowatt, front, rear, to 85/100ths of a kilowatt and increasing the lithium-ion battery capacity from 13.8 kWh to 20 kWh, compared with the previous gen, 2022's Outlander PHEV now has an extended EV-only range of 84 kilometers, based on NEDC official figures. Given that Mitsubishi's insights indicate more than 80% of PHEV owners already do most of their driving in EV mode, after plugging in each day, the well-judged boost to range should see the new model hit the mark. However, now, even in entry-level S-grade as tested, the Outlander PHEV costs around $60,000 on the road, which does leave some head-scratching over the value equation. Because, without overlooking the driver experience and fuel-saving benefits of a PHEV, that $19,000 premium over a conventional Outlander would pay for a lot of petrol. The Ford Escape PHEV had its addition to the Aussie lineup delayed due to COVID-related supply challenges, duly arriving earlier this year as the first electrified blue oval offering. Available solely in curiously positioned Saint Line grade, the Ford Escape PHEV lines up circa -$63K drive away with a couple of option packs, or about $17,000 more than a regular Escape Streetline. Is a hybrid curious family SUV shopper looking for a sporty, 18mm lower and firmer plug-in? That surely depends on the individual. But the odd part is the sportily positioned Escape 167 kilowatts PHEV, with its efficiency focus and extra weight, is actually less muscular than the class-leadingly quick 183W turbo petrol versions, with 0 to 100 km/h increasing from 6.6 to 9.2 seconds. And as a front drive, it not only loses the power down of AWD but also the sophistication of a multi-link rear suspension, which FWD Escape swap for a torsion beam. In the cabin, sophistication was not something I expected from a base Mitsubishi SUV cabin. But wow, things have really taken a step up since I last sat in an Outlander. There's so much to like, from the stitched, lightly padded dash covering, soft touch armrests and door trim inserts to the crisp 12.3-inch digital cluster and mature and responsive 9.0-inch multimedia display with wireless Apple CarPlay, wired Android Auto and DAB+ radio. The fairly conventional drive selector and a drive mode dial offering normal, eco, power and a variety of off-road modes are neat and intuitive, with straightforward buttons alongside for EV mode selection and to engage the well-calibrated single-pedal driving mode. Even the steering wheel is nicely sculpted, though made of urethane, to the Ford's pliant faux leather. Wheel and fabric seat trim aside, it's easy to forget this is an S-grade from the presentation ahead of the driver. The front seats, like the wheel, may be cost-effectively upholstered but offer a well-judged blend of comfort with a body-hugging ability that makes the Ford's sporty-looking seats feel a bit flat and unsupportive. The lasting impression of the Escape interior is that it feels focus-derived, so a bit below the price point here, as well as being a bit gloomy, which is a combination of the shallower glasshouse and dark headlining. The red stitched synthetic leather and suede seats are visually appealing and tactile, yet many of the dash and door trim plastics feel a bit basic, particularly in the back. The Sync 3 multimedia unit is smaller at 8.0 inches as well as a fraction slower to respond than its rivals, but like the digital display, it is clear and intuitive and you can plug in for Android Auto or Apple CarPlay. Like any rotary drive selector, the Ford's dial can be a bit irritating when you're rushed. The Ford is a bit more generous on the equipment, however, even accounting for the test car's option packs. To this, the Saint Line pack adds front seat heaters, LED matrix headlights, a head-up display and a powered tailgate, and the Park Pack adds enhanced active park assist, a front camera and door edge guards. To match the optioned-up Saint Line's key extras, you'd need to step from S to the $6,400 pricier Outlander PHEV Aspire. The Escape protects occupants with 6 airbags and safety technology, including autonomous emergency braking with pedestrian and cyclist detection, adaptive cruise with stop, go, rear seat occupant alert and traffic sign recognition. Outlander PHEV features 8 airbags, with a first-row center airbag and a driver's knee bag over its rival. Safety tech extends to autonomous emergency braking with pedestrian and cyclist detection and junction assist, driver attention alert, traffic sign recognition, using camera and nav data, adaptive cruise and blind spot warning and intervention. The Mitsu also features lane change alert, emergency lane keeping featuring oncoming and overtaking traffic recognition and road edge recognition, as well as lane departure warning and prevention, front and rear parking sensors, and a rear view camera. You have to step to Aspire grade to get rear automatic braking, rear cross traffic alert in an Outlander, which come along with a multi-around view monitor and LED headlights with adaptive driving beam. Model by model, comfort, space and convenience. Escape. Large humans in the second row get plenty of head, leg and toe room, a supportive adjustable cushion, and a fold-down armrest with twin cup holders. There are 3 top tethers and 2 ISOFIX positions here and in the Mitsubishi. Back seaters get USB-A and C sockets, while the Mitsubishi doesn't offer any rear sockets but provides USB-A and C sockets in the front, to the Ford's twin USB-A front sockets. Outlander. Relatively low base is a bit short on under-thigh support, leaving Outlander a bit less cosseting than Escape. No deal breaker if it's kids in child seats or boosters. Headroom is ample, and leg and toe room are good. When flipped down, the center backrest becomes a substantial armrest with 2 cup holders. You can now opt for an occasional 7-seater PHEV. Mitsubishi calls it a 5+2, while Escape is only a 5-seater. Twin 240 volts vehicle to load outlets only feature from Aspire grade, which is disappointing. Boot space, storage and seat folding. Escape. Escape's decent boot holds 556 L behind the seatbacks with an underfloor space saver spare but no dedicated charging cable space. Flippers at each side drop the 60/40th seatbacks for 1478 L. 4 tie-downs, curry hooks, a 12 volts outlet, a subwoofer and a fabric cargo blind complete your guided tour of the boot, which is alone in featuring a powered tailgate, Saint Line pack. Outlander. The Outlander's boot holds 485 L behind the second row and provides 4 tie-down points, curry hooks and a lever at each side that flips the 40/20/40th seatbacks to take capacity to 1478 L. There's a 12 volts outlet, but no spare wheel. You get a tire repair kit instead, and there is a dedicated storage space for your charging unit, cable beneath the floor. Powertrain and driving range. Petrol engines and electric motors team up for power and frugal fuel use. Mitsubishi's PHEV system is calibrated to feel like an EV a lot of the time, meaning syrupy, strong torque and quiet, calm progress. The combination of 98 kilowatts Atkinson cycle 2.4-liter and front and rear electric motors deliver a muscular combined 185 kilowatts and 450 newton meters that you're well aware of even cruising the burbs. With the Outlander's battery fully charged and normal or EV mode selected, the combustion engine will only start if the driver explores the depths of the accelerator's travel. In the new 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander PHEV, we saw 70 kilometers of battery-powered driving in EV mode without trying especially hard, before the display indicated a flat battery. Just as in the Ford, when battery range is 0, there is actually some charge left, around 20% in this case, which allows for some electric assistance all the time, because a 98 kilowatts 2-ton SUV wouldn't be much chop. When the Mitsubishi's big 4-cylinder does fire, its interplay with the electric motors is always seamless, and its induction note and mechanical vibes are insulated and isolated to a level in step to the background road noise. The capability for both series and parallel hybrid operation underpin Outlander's save and charge modes, and allow for maximum flexibility and efficiency.